What is up, guys? This is Zoroarkofthenight here, bringing you another Pokemon X and Y battle from Pokemon Showdown. This is a VGC battle because I am kind of specializing in that because me and my good friends who went recently to VGC Orlando are planning to go to VGC National Competition in Indianapolis. And we're really looking forward to it, and this is one of the teams that I am going to try and tweak to consider using for that competition, and I have one other team in mind so far, and I will continue to make more, but this battle ended up being just incredibly good, so let's get into the team preview analysis. Now, here's kind of my team. I tend to lead off with Vaporeon and either Conkeldurr, Salamence, or Mamoswine, and that will allow me to get off one really hard hit because Vaporeon carries the move Helping Hand. And for those of you who don't know, Helping Hand increases the power of moves by 1.5 for that one turn. And it comes in really handy to get off some ridiculously hard hits. Now, Snorlax is my most interesting and the Pokemon I enjoy using the most because it has a couple of tricks up its sleeve. First of all, what I like to see from it most is using Snatch. What Snatch does is any move that boosts the opponent up, so anything like Swords Dance or Screens or anything like that, I steal that move and I can use it for myself, including Substitute, by the way, which comes real in handy because Substitute Aegislash is very common now in VGC. The other trick Snorlax has up its sleeve is Normal Gem boosted Self-Destruct, which just wrecks everything. I'll probably post this eventually, but I did have a battle where it KO'd 3 Pokemon on the field all at the same time, which is just ridiculous. So it's really powerful, and when it gets a boost from Helping Hand, it just adds on. And Mawile is the Mega because it gets that Intimidate boost. Now, for this battle, I am going to lead off with Vaporeon and Mamoswine because I can clearly see that my opponent's strategy is to spam Boom Burst with his Noivern as he has 3 ghost types for, I guess, certain situations. Blastoise is probably going to be the Mega because Mega Pinsir is terrible, and I don't really know why he has a Pinsir, he just does. But this battle is really close, so let's get into it. I'm going to lead off with Vaporeon and Mamoswine. My opponent is going to lead off with Blastoise and Sableye. Now, I'm fearing the Will-O-Wisp, and Snorlax is the most useless thing on my team, so I am going to switch out to it expecting that, but he actually goes for the double Fake Out, which is really a waste. It just gets off very minimal damage. Now, here he's going to go for the Confuse Ray on Vaporeon and the Aura Sphere on my Snorlax, which does a lot to my Snorlax, even though it is, I guess, a more offensive build. Now, he is going to end up taking out my Snorlax here, which isn't too bad because Snorlax wasn't very threatening to my opponent's team. Now, I'm going to send in Mawile to try and get rid of that Sableye. But, unfortunately, my friend here has the Swagger. Now, I thought he was going to burn me here, and that's why I went for the Helping Hand. But he ended up going for the Swagger, and luckily I don't end up hitting myself in Confusion. But he has a Focus Sash as his item, which is going to allow him to get off one more really annoying hit. In this case, allowing him to burn my Mamoswine, my Mawile, even though it didn't really matter at all because, you know, Mawile was confused and it's going to die to Blastoise anyway. And I missed this Play Rough here, which really sucks. Now, here my opponent's going to send in his Noivern. I can only get one more hit, so I'm going to go for the Sucker Punch and the Scald on his Blastoise, hoping for the burn. And luckily, very luckily, oh, no, that's a later turn, I'm sorry. But this time I can go into Mamoswine, Ice Shard the Noivern, and get that threat out of the way as he can take out my Mamoswine with the Aura Sphere. And I'm going to, this time, get a crit burn on his Blastoise, which is freaking awesome. But it's looking really bad for me because Golurk and Blastoise can kind of do a lot of damage to my Vaporeon. So I have very little opportunity to win. But I managed to live this Dynamic Punch, which gives me just a little tiny chance to win if I can break through Confusion here. And luckily the first turn, I do break through Confusion, which is enough so that the burn will take out the Blastoise, leaving it one-on-one Vaporeon versus Golurk. And because Vaporeon outspeeds, it's all down to whether I get confused or not. And luckily for me, I do not. I can take out the Golurk with the Scald, and that will be the end of the battle. So I know it was a really short match because it's a VGC match. They tend to be really short, But you know what? It was a really, really great match and a really close match, and I still wanted to share it with you guys, regardless of how short it may have been. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. If you did, please don't forget to like this video and comment, because I love hearing your feedback. And if you want to see more content from me, remember to subscribe. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Peace!